Saguaro Cactus spindle, Saguaro Cactus fireboard. Let's go ahead and use that same divot that we used last time, and let's see if we can't make an ember. Well, hello YouTube, Steve Patton with General Patton Bushcraft back with you, friends, and today I'm super excited to bring you this video on a bow drill set made from a saguaro cactus. Out here in Arizona, we got these giant saguaros, and I've been wanting to try to do a bow drill fire set out of a dead, dried up saguaro, and I finally got the opportunity. This is a piece right here, a small section of a giant saguaro. Stay tuned. Let's make a spindle and a motherboard out of this right here. Stay with me.
Thank you so much for stopping by General Patton's Bushcraft and Self-Reliance on YouTube. I appreciate everything you do for the channel and all your support.
All right, friends, this is my first attempt at a bow drill fire from a saguaro cactus. These are the ribs. These are the giant ribs out of the saguaro, a dead one. I finally got my hands on some ribs, and I've been wanting to try it. I finally got the opportunity. This is a spindle that I've cut and carved out of one of these. Here's the other piece that I've cut, and this is a hearth board, motherboard, fireboard, where I successfully created an ember. No V-notch. No V-notch, friends, as you can see. So we'll try one right here, right next to it, and then we'll carve a nice spindle out of this set here, friends. All right, let's get busy. All right, friends, we're going to use this existing spindle here, but let's clean up this burn mark, and let's take care of this fat wood bearing block end. This is the end that goes in the bearing block. This is some fat wood resin on there. Let's clean that up. We want this bearing block end to be kind of like a pencil, sharp like a pencil. That way we don't get any drag. We don't want any drag on the bearing block. We just want to have free flow. Sometimes when you hear that squeaking noise, that's the drag on the bearing block, friends. That's telling you that you need to clean this up a little bit. I want this slender. Like that there. I'll get the bearing block and we'll see how it fits. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, friends, this is my fat wood bearing block. It's a real nice piece of fat wood full of pine resin. It smells fantastic. I wish you guys could smell it. But this is how the spindle is going to fit into the bearing block. This hole here is a little deep, but we'll use it one more time, and then I'll make a new one right next to it. We'll see what I mean? If this pencil is too fat, it's going to rub on the sides of this hole. So that looks like it's going to spin pretty freely. Let's take a little bit more off. And again, this is saguaro cactus. This right here, this is a saguaro cactus rib off the skeleton of a saguaro cactus. Here in Arizona, we don't have up north we got a lot of nice conifers, but down here in the valley we got a lot of saguaros, friends, till we get up in elevation. So I've been wanting to try this, and I'm super stoked to show you all this today. Let's go with that, and then let's clean up this burnt end off of here. Go around the make facets all the way around. Like that. Okay, and then let's take, we don't want this pointed, we want this to be a blunt end. That's fairly blunt, but let's just clean it up a little bit. Like that there, friends. That's what we're gonna go with. I like that. That's gonna go here. Let's see if we can use this one more time. All right, let's get set up. We got our bow. We got our piece of leather ember catch, although we're not going to cut a V-notch, so we may not need that. We'll put that there. Fatwood bearing block, Saguaro Cactus spindle, Saguaro Cactus fireboard. Let's go ahead and use that same divot that we used last time, and let's see if we can't make an ember. Noisy one today, huh, friends? Let's keep going. I think we're gonna make a new divot for the fatwood bearing block. It's just too deep. Got into some soft stuff. We'll try that. Make it a little deeper. Let's try that. We'll clean this up just a little bit. Here's my quail. Alright, let's try that. We did get some dust. I'm going to use the new hole there. Okay. We have an ember in there, right in there. Let's see if we can't transfer it to this pile here, friends, gently, and save it. I think I'm going to try to push it through that hole. Drop it on that dust. Okay. Look at that, friends. I think we were successful. Let's tap the rest of it out of this Saguaro fireboard. We'll let this sit here and coalesce. That coalesce word. Sit there and let it cook, coagulate, coalesce, all those C words. But I got a decent pile of dust. You can see there. We're going to be careful now. And we're going to transfer it to our pine needle bird's nest. Okay. Because you know it doesn't count unless we bring it to flame, friends. Right? We got to bring it to flame. Let's take a little bit here. See if we can't get some fines to put on top. Some small stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll gently transfer this right in here. We'll fold this up like a taco, because that's my favorite, my absolute favorite meal. Tacos, that's what I live on. We got that there. Let's put this on top. Gently let that sit there and cook, friends. And I'm going to reposition the camera so we can get closer to the fire pit, because I feel like we're going to have success. We're going to bring this to flame. So buckle up, put your seatbelt on. I don't want to make any edits. No AI, all natural, friends. All natural, very little editing, long form content For you individuals that have a long attention span, I greatly appreciate you. And let's see if this bad boy's ready. Let's give it some oxygen. I got this stuff on top to protect it in case I blow too hard on it and destroy my ember. This kind of filters the oxygen going in. Makes it a little more gentle. Crackling and popping, friends. Lots of smoke. I feel like we're going to get flame. There we go. There we go. Saguaro Cactus ribs. Very good. Makes a nice ember. All right, friends, there you have it. That's the Saguaro Cactus rib bow drill fire set made out of a Saguaro Cactus rib cage. Here's some more. This is the dried rib cage out of a giant Saguaro Cactus. Super excited. Having success making fire out of that. All right, friends, I want to thank you for stopping by the channel. I appreciate everything you do for the channel, all your views, all your likes, all your shares. Most importantly, all your comments. Friends, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from. I love talking to all you people from all over the world, different parts of the world. Super exciting to me, and I greatly appreciate it. Check out www.generalpattonbushcraft.com for 12 super information-packed books. You need to get your hands on these books, friends. They're chock full of a lot of important information. All right. Please, please don't depart from the faith. And if you haven't already, give your life to Christ. Do it today. Don't wait. And as always, God is good. God is great. I see y'all on the next video, because we already got a date.